I heard the lie before I saw it. Spouses aren't invited. It's a corporate thing, my wife had said that morning, kissing me distractedly, already halfway out the door. I didn't question it. I just let the sentence hang in the air like a thin, poisonous mist. But then, hours later, I stood inside the banquet hall wearing a waiter's uniform that wasn't mine, a borrowed mask of anonymity. A silver tray balanced on my palm. A name tag that didn't belong to me. And a single sentence whispered behind me, piercing straight through bone. She talks about her husband constantly. They seem perfect. I turned. The colleague who said it was laughing lightly, sipping champagne, oblivious to the crack he had just carved into the night. My eyes slid across the room. There she was. My wife. My perfectly composed, distanced wife leaning against the bar, with a young man's hand resting casually on her waist. The kind of casual that isn't casual at all. His thumb stroked the slightest circle against her dress. A silent claim. She didn't push him away. She smiled. Something inside me stilled. Not shock. Not anger. Stillness. Like a lake right before a storm remembers what it is. I tightened my grip on the tray. Exhaled once. This wasn't a night of celebration. It was a night of revelation. And I had just stepped into the center of it, uninvited, unseen, and ready. Ready to learn exactly what she thought she had buried. Ready to hear the truth she believed I would never be close enough to catch. Ready to watch her undo herself. I moved through the room like smoke, silent, shifting, unnoticed. Her laughter drifted across the hall in bright, practiced tones. The kind she hadn't used with me in months. She sounded weightless, free, like someone unburdened by the vows she folded neatly into a drawer when no one was looking. I began cataloging details. Her hand on her drink, but her gaze on him. His stance, angled toward her like gravity, chose her first. The lingering touches. The closeness. Closeness that didn't belong to colleagues. A waiter brushed past me, and I caught a glimpse of my reflection in the polished metal of his tray, expression blank, eyes sharp, jaw immovable. I looked like a man watching his life dissolve quietly. But inside, I was assembling pieces. Methodically, coldly. Every small betrayal she thought she had hidden surfaced now in new meaning. The sudden overtime. The late-night team dinners. The emotional exhaustion that made her too tired to talk. The growing distance she framed as stress. The detachment she packaged as ambition. All of it aligned into an answer I didn't want yet already knew. Infidelity isn't discovered. It's confirmed. Her colleague passed her again and said, "Your husband must be proud of you tonight." She stiffened. Just for a moment, a glitch in her mask. A slip she hoped no one noticed. I noticed. She swallowed, smiled too quickly, and redirected the conversation. Classic deflection. A professional liar's reflex. The young man beside her leaned down and whispered something into her ear. She laughed. A soft, intimate sound. My fingers curled around the tray so tightly the metal bit into my palm. But no one looked my way. And she didn't know I was watching the truth unravel itself in real time. She didn't know the night was already shifting against her. I began my quiet investigation. Not here. Not now. The real truths never sit in crowded rooms. They hide in pockets, phones, shadows. But I needed breadcrumbs, and she was leaving them carelessly. When she stepped away toward the restroom, I followed at a distance. Her phone lit up in her hand. A message. She smiled at the screen, soft, private, guilty. I memorized the contact name. L. Just an initial. She disappeared inside. I walked past the wall where she had stood, leaned close. The faintest scent lingered him. Not me. Later, when she placed her purse on a chair, I drifted by under the guise of clearing glasses. The bag was slightly open. Not enough to take something, but enough to see an envelope. A train ticket. 2 seats. Same destination. Same date. Thanksgiving. The same Thanksgiving she had told me to spend with my side of the family. The same Thanksgiving she said her firm needed her on call. A hollow, controlled breath slipped through me. Then a memory flashed my daughter-in-law shouting days earlier, "If you want to join Thanksgiving, then come wash the dishes." I had replied one word, "Enjoy." I never cared for her theatrics. Never cared for approval. But now, staring at those train tickets, I understood the pattern. Entitlement. Control. Greed. They try to take from the person who quietly gives the most. My phone buzzed. A photo notification from the security system at my property overseas. The villa in Switzerland. The home no one but me knew about. I had posted the photos intentionally earlier. A test. Her reaction had been odd. Too curious. Too calculating. Now I saw why. She didn't want me. She wanted access. To opportunity. To comfort. To a future she was trying to build with someone else while keeping her hands in my pockets. I returned to the main hall just as she stepped back to the bar. The young man slid close again. Her shoulders relaxed into him. My pulse didn't rise. It sank deeper. Colder. I had enough. More than enough. Now I only needed the final piece. And I collected it 30 minutes later when I overheard the young man telling another colleague. She said, after Thanksgiving, she'll have everything sorted. Then we can go public. Sorted. Meaning me. Meaning her marriage. Meaning the life she was planning to discard. My heartbeat went silent. Composure locked into place. The night was ready to break. I didn't confront her there. Revenge in front of an audience is messy. Punishment in silence is art. The next morning, she came home early smiling, humming, pretending. She didn't expect to find me in the kitchen, calm, sitting with a single sheet of paper on the table. The train tickets, her name, his, side by side. She froze. "What? Where did you—" I didn't answer. I slid the second paper forward. A printed compilation of her messages. The ones she thought she deleted. The synced backups she didn't know existed. I watched the blood drain from her face. Saw her throat tighten. Saw the truth choke her from inside. "I can explain." "No," I said softly. "You can answer." Her mouth opened, but nothing came. Guilt has a way of muting even the most convincing liars. "You had a plan," I continued. "Thanksgiving. Him." Then a clean break from me. She shook her head violently. "It's not like that." "It's exactly like that." Tears welled. She reached for me. I leaned back. Her hand hovered mid-air, trembling. For the first time, she understood I wasn't the man who once waited for her honesty. I was the man who found the truth without it. I stood, calm, unshaken. "Check your phone," I said. She fumbled for it, unlocking it with shaking fingers. And then she saw them. The photos I posted hours earlier. The villa. The land. The life she never knew I owned. Her eyes widened in disbelief. You bought a place in Switzerland?" "No," I said quietly. "I bought it years ago. You were just never meant to be part of it." She staggered backward, realization shredding her composure. "You sent the photos on purpose," she whispered. "Yes. To make me call. You called 71 times. Her breath hitched. Were you planning to leave me? I was planning to see who you were, I said. You answered that for me. She broke then an emotional collapse, knees weakening, mouth trembling as she reached for explanations that no longer mattered. I picked up my coat. Wait, please, can we talk? I made a mistake. A stupid mistake. You made a choice, I corrected. And so am I. Her tears fell. Her voice cracked. Mine didn't. I walked through the doorway, leaving her fractured in the silence she created. Outside, the air felt colder. Cleaner. Like oxygen returning after months of stale pretenses. I didn't look back. I didn't need to. Some truths free you. Others harden you. This one did both. As I reached my car, my phone vibrated with yet another call from her. I let it ring. Then I silenced it. Some endings don't need noise. Just distance. I started the engine. And as I pulled away from the house we once called ours, a final thought settled quiet, sharp, undeniable. She lost me the moment she thought I wasn't watching.